Test number 2 on the timing. Let's see how long it takes to fill one of these guys here. Okay. Got the bag. Hung. Plenty bag. Pretend that these are rocks or dirt or something out in the wilderness. And I'll show videos of it later. So let's start this bad boy. Got it going. Uncrimp it. Let the flow begin. And there it is. See how long this takes. This is a new filter test with the full water bag. And we can go over some things on the water bag while it's filling here. Maybe we'll just let it go like that. Lean up against it. Okay, so let's pretend that this is a boulder out in the wild and not a bag of screws. And you lean your bag up against it sideways, up against the rock, and you got it hanging up there or whatever. Hopefully you can find a better location where the ground's just slightly higher. Because this will work if it's up here, even up here, it will still flow water through it. It just slows it down a little bit. So idealistically, this is an ideal condition, best setup possible, where you got the water coming straight down, straight through the filter and into the bag. But you could have it, say, set up here, set over here, standing upright, whatever. It just loses its flow rate as it goes up in elevation. So the more distance from the bag to the filter, the faster the flow rate. So here we are at a minute. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a decent amount of water so far. Looks like it's pretty good. My experience with this is I used this filter on the Wonderland Trail last year as an experiment with this bag that I made. And it seems to be that you can get water in about 6 minutes to 7 minutes. You can fill a 3-liter bag. So if you're in a hurry and you just want 2 liters of water, I think you can get it in about 3 minutes. So we'll check it at the 3-minute mark and see how much water is in there. And then we'll minus a minute off of it for timing purposes. Alright, so let's do this right here. Anyways, we'll talk about the bag. Here it is. It's a square bag, so you can uncinch it and lay it out flat in a stream and pull it up and get water that way to fill it. Or you can hang it and get your platy bag and fill it with water and then fill it while it's hung. Or if you're by a stream or a river, you can just simply set it in there and it will fill fairly fast. I mean, you can fill this with water in about, say, 10 seconds under a good flowing stream. Maybe less, maybe 3 seconds, just depends. I mean, I'm going to go out and show videos of how to fill this in different various water locations from various different streams and water sources. So here we are at 2.5 minutes. Remember, this doesn't require any pumping or moving parts, so you don't have to carry a filter that could break down on you. I've had my friend's filter break down just because the little crank thing just stopped working. So let's see how we are at 3 minutes here. And we'll go ahead and give this a stop. Pull this off. What do we got? Not bad. We got 2 liters in 3 minutes. Remember, this is a brand new filter, so it's gonna filter water faster. And I am using cleaner water, of course, so the cleaner the water, the better. So let's just go ahead and pop this back on. Remember, you know, when you set this up there out in the wild or you're out in trail or whatever, don't disturb it. Just let it do its thing, and the better it is, because this is kind of loosely fit on there. You can super glue that on there and make it permanent, and you won't have that problem. And then you'll be drinking out of the tube, and then instead of putting it into the water filter, you'll be putting it back on there. And I'll show you different scenarios. Okay, so we're at 4 minutes now. We stopped it at 3, so here we go again. So we're just have to minus a minute off of this to be fair. But as you can see here, the water flows in fairly fast. And I think a lot of the reason why it works so well is because of the square design. It pinches the water up and throws it through this threaded design here, where I've put it on to the bag without threading it or using any gaskets or anything. So this is just threaded into the actual material. So the hole that's in there is tiny, which leads to no leakage, which I've had problems with another bag I carried, and after about 2 weeks the gasket started to fail and it leaked pretty profusely out to the gaskets, and there wasn't anything I could do to fix it. With this, if it leaks or anything, any problems, send it back and I'll send you a new one. But I've used this for a pretty decent amount of time, and I've been testing these out in my backyard, and I've had one hung with water in it for about 2 months now, and it still isn't leaking, and I fill it every day. Oh! Failure! Alright. Let's stop this at 5 minutes. That's about where it stopped. We'll reconnect it. Okay. So now we're going to minus a minute 30 off of this for see how it fills. Alright. Good timing when it fell. Anyways, it's pretty much the basis of the bag. You can hang it using this carabiner that I send with it. It's a double-sided carabiner. The tree branch is too big to fit it on there. You can just put it around the branch and then connect the two pieces. Looks pretty good. So this is getting towards the empty side, so I'm thinking that this carries about 4 liters, which is a gallon. So I'm thinking that we're in the range of somewhere in there as far as how long it takes to lose its water. I don't know, but I believe it's a gallon because I think there's another liter in there afterwards. But as you can see, the bag's getting pretty full. We're just going to stop it right now at 6.5 minutes to be fair. Okay. And I did spill some water too, but that's 3 liters of water, and in the stopping time between readjusting it and fixing it, we stopped it at 6:30, so that's going to be a 5-minute fill for 3 liters of water. That's not too bad. Alright.